So guys, hello and good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Um, we gold, we are at the close of the month, right? This is the last day, and we're stepping into a new month. Hope you guys can hear me. We're stepping into a new month, and so price is trying to decide what's going to happen into the next month, right? And that's why gold has been moving the way it's moving. We took some trades. I took some trades today, took some trades yesterday. It's been good, but I've been hitting break even, right, for the past two trades or three trades. I think it's because of we're at the end of the month, so show you some things very soon. Just hold on. Just want to be sure that you guys can hear me. So hello guys. Hello guys. All right, good. So is gold bullish or is it bearish? Now we took a trade somewhere around here, and I posted it on our Telegram. Before I post certain signals, there are some things I'll take. I won't post them there. There are some that I'll post, and but before I post certain things, I like to be extremely sure. I don't like to give signals out, especially when I know that people can also, I don't like people losing money, and so I'm usually very careful. And besides, we're not much on the group yet, so I'm not putting so much. I'm not prioritizing posting signals there yet until the numbers increase. But we took a trade here, and I shared it. Uh, let me see if I'll go to. Let me open my other charts because I have like three different charts profiles. Took a trade. Took a trade somewhere around here. Let me change this to. Oh shit. All right. Let's just leave it. We took a trade somewhere around here yesterday night during Asian session, before Asian session opened, just around here, right? Took a trade around there, just a little bit up. Let me adjust it. Took a trade around here, yes, and it moved well. It was going well until it was going well. Then when price got down here, right, we said break even, and then all of a sudden this happened. I said break even around here. Then all of a sudden this candle, you see this candle happened. I mean, it just shot up, took me out, and then dropped. As in, gold can just be a bitch like that sometimes. Gold can just be crazy, sorry. I don't know if YouTube allowed those words. So gold can be crazy sometimes. So it just went up, took me out on break even, and then just dropped. Now, if I was awake, I was asleep, right? But if I was awake and I saw this, took me out, I probably would have entered again at the very tip after taking me out, right? Okay, no, I don't think I would have, because I checked the 1 minute and it didn't give me the kind of formation that I would have preferred, right? So I might not have entered again. So that's how I left this trade, right? We took this trade, we took this trade, it was good, came down and all that. We were waiting for a buy, but we didn't quite get the opportunity for a buy, right? We're waiting for a buy at this zone. Everything was marked out. You see, tap there, but we didn't quite get the opportunity there for a buy. Let me see. Can you guys see this? Because I noticed. I notice my full screen doesn't show, so I'm wondering how I could adjust it. Still trying to understand this. So like I said, we took a buy. You guys can see it. Let me adjust this up. Okay. So we took a buy somewhere. I was waiting for a buy rather around here, as you can see. Mark that point out. As gold dropped, we got the sales. Waited, but I didn't quite get the things I was looking out for. So I left it alone. Sorry, guys. I left it alone. And then we saw a sell, like I said, happen around here, which we got in, and as you see, it matched the trend line we drew. Show you that on another chart. Then this morning we took a trade somewhere around here too as well. Okay, we took a trade somewhere around here, and I told guys that I wasn't so okay with this trade, even though it was looking good, because price came in, tapped us in at the very tip, went up. I was waiting for this candle to close green again above this other green candle. It didn't, so I knew there was a problem. So I said break even, and price came down, took us out on break even with this candle, and then pushed up. And there's a reason I didn't quite like the trade, which I'm going to explain. Okay, so let's go to the other charts. I'm going to show you this. So I just like this chart better. I don't know. So now looking at this chart, this was where we took a trade, right? Somewhere around here. And it went up 1:3. Let me adjust it better. Yeah, somewhere around here. And price went up 1:3. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Price went up 1:3. So, and if you know, I normally like to hold my trades, right? So we entered a trade around here, and when we got in on this trade, price pushed up significantly. Yes, 1:3. But then we had to set break even, and price came down, took us out, and as you can see, began to push up. Now, there was a reason I said I didn't like this trade. Even though, yes, it looked okay, but it was not a really perfect setup for me yet. Because, number one, if you look at this level over here, I was expecting price to come down into that zone. Even if price is going to reject up, right? I was expecting it to come down. First of all, let's start with these trend lines. I hope you guys don't get confused with all these lines. They are just trend lines, which I'm going to remove soon, later, much later, especially when the new month starts. So now you see this trend line over here, right? And you see the major trend line. This is a major trend line. This is the major trend line, higher time frame trend line, right? Good. So it's clear now that price is trying to break out from the major trend line, but to do that, it needs to break away from this smaller trend line, right? Which it seems to be doing. And now, like we said, we took some sales, right? And we will have taken another sales somewhere around this zone. Can you see where this arrow is? Somewhere around this zone. Let me push this up. Would have taken some sales somewhere around this zone, right? But the moment price got to this zone and price broke above, that was an indication that we needed to wait. I saw some people yesterday trying to sell from here, right? And price is beginning to push up. Look at, but I'm going to just wait. I saw some people trying to sell sell from here, sell from here, different levels, and they just kept losing the trade. I didn't take any trade. I waited because I saw what was happening, right? So I needed to wait for certain confirmations, and I didn't see it. So price broke above and then retested this trend line and then pushed up again. So that was an indication that price wants to start pushing up, but still there was no entry for a buy, and I know that that was not the time to buy, right? Price needs to most likely push down lower into this zone, which it has gotten close. So hope you guys are understanding my explanation. So now guys, as price got here, nothing we can do, we just have to wait to see what's going to happen at the end of the day, whether price is going to come back down, which I expect price would do that even if it wants to go up overall, right? And you know the day closed very bullish. The previous day closed very bullish. So coming to the close of the day, we saw an entry here, and since we know that price will most likely retest back downwards, this was a good time to enter. So we entered in on that trade, and unfortunately we got stopped out at break even. Now getting here, I was expecting the price to come down to the zone E. Now we don't know whether price is going to drop completely or whether price is going to push up from here, right? This line here is the deciding factor, right? If price breaks this level, then we know that price is most likely going to drop lower into this zone and probably even drop lower, right? Then what happens? We saw it. I saw an entry, right? But the reason I didn't quite like this entry was because, like I said, price had not yet reached. Yes, it has broken above this trend line. It looks like there's a confluence with this trend line, this other trend line. There's a break above and all that, but price had not yet tapped into this zone. And as you can see, price has still not yet done it. So at this candle, price had not yet tapped into this line yet. And so that was a problem for me because I didn't quite like that. Then the second thing again was that, let me draw the fib level for the previous day. Now if you look at the fib, you see that price had not yet tapped into the 50% level too as well. And normally I love price to tap into the 50% level. Price had not yet tapped into the 50% level yet. That is as at the time I got in on the trade this morning, right? You can see it. Price had not yet tapped in. Let me move this. So you understand, it doesn't distract us. Now if you look at it, this candle that I bought from, price had not yet tapped in to this 50% fib level yet. And so when I saw that trade, I knew the price will most likely react, yes, but it's also very possible that price will sweep this low, get into this 50% fib level, and probably even come down lower into this other level that I drew first before it now starts pushing up. And as you can see, price got into the 50% fib level, right? But has not yet tapped into the zone and then began to reject. So we could see a push from here. It's possible, but nothing is certain yet. We just still need to keep watch. I'm not in on any trade again. I was taken out at break even. So watching the trade now to see what's going to happen. Hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Watching. Now let's start from the higher time frame. If you follow all our weekend videos that we normally would post, I always like saying that we should start from the higher time frame, right? So you see some things clearly. Now this is the monthly. Yes, gold generally is bullish. Look at this current month we are in. How is it going to close? I'm not certain yet. Anything can happen today. If price drops like crazy, then that means gold is going to close monthly as a red candle. And if it does that, that is indicative of something, right? But it's also very most likely that it's going to close green. Price might push up today, and so the month will close green and bullish, right? Which also is good. And if it does that, that means at the end of the day, we're going to see gold still drop lower, probably into this zone, and we'll find a better entry for a buy, which we're going to hold, and price is going to push it all the way up, right? Let's go down to the weekly. We'll still post a much better video later. Weekend, we normally post a video every weekend for you guys to prepare for the coming week. Now, I always tell people, always try to make your trading as simple as possible. Don't complicate it, right? People try to make trading look like it's some further mess. Now, this week, as you can see, gold has been very crazy. It's been, gold doesn't always move like this. This is consolidating, right? You see, this week came down. Then definitely you know that you should look for sales, right? It came down lower, right? Then you thought, okay, now it's gotten into this zone, even though it didn't quite tap into this zone we talked about initially, then began to push up. And then all of a sudden, what happens? You think, oh, now it wants to resume, then it drops again. It's consolidating. And I told you guys the reason, right? Gold has significantly moved up. If you watched our previous videos, weekend videos that I posted, analysis where I broke down the whole thing for the upcoming week. Last week and last 2 weeks, I explained what's happening. Gold has significantly moved up, and so gold is taking a break, right? But price could most likely push up from here, where price is currently, and it's just been moving sideways, right? But now it's beginning to look like it wants to break higher. Now, this current week, you can see it's in a red candle, but you can see this rejection at the bottom here that is happening. So that's an indication of a push up. Hold on, guys. Coming. Sorry, guys, I had to take a break there quickly. So you can see this rejection happening. So it's most likely that gold would push up from this whole level, right? So you just need to be smart when trying to trade this. You just need to be smart, right? So what can we now look out for here? Hold on, guys, hold on. By the way, guys, tell me, how's your trading going? How's your trading going? Is there someone out there that's about to give up? Is there someone that is just frustrated? I know trading can be quite difficult. Um, Being a trader isn't easy, right? Especially at the beginning stage. It's a journey. And truth is, apart from skill and knowledge, right, that is required in order for you to become a very good, profitable trader, through this, money is also needed, capital. In fact, that's one of the major problems that a lot of traders are having, which maybe in some other video I'll talk about it better. That's what most traders are having. There are some very good traders who don't really have much, but the size of their capital is what's affecting them, right? What's affecting traders. We just need more money. We need more money to trade with. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm coming and trying to do something. Got a call. I got someone I need to attend to quickly. So guys, we're looking. So what are we trying to do now? We're just watching this level. We're watching this level to see what's going to happen, how price is going to react from there. Um, I have different type of trading and entry strategy, right? For different scenarios. About three different strategies that I normally use to trade with and enter. Um, there's one that is on the 1 minute, very low time frame. That's just for entering. It's not for analysis. It's for entry, right? And but I do all my analysis on the higher time frame, guys. I do everything on the higher time frame. So we just need to watch what price will do around this whole place. We need to watch what price will do around this whole place. All right, we just need to wait. Once we see what we're looking for, then we'll press the trigger button, right? And guys, I found out that different brokers have different 4-hour candles, right? I prefer forex.com. Theirs is more accurate and gives me a better signal, right? I use that majorly for the 4-hour to see what's happening, but this other one I just use under to just because I've been using it since. But at the end of the day, I'll have to check the forex.com 4 hours to see what it looks like. I need to shift everything to forex.com. So let's see. So let's stay here. Let's put all those candles right there. So guys, we're just waiting on gold to just see what happens. Um, is gold going to drop further down, or is it going to push up? Now, I wish I was still in on this trade that I took. I wish I was still in on this trade that I took right around here. I wish I was still in on this trade that I took around here. If I was, I probably would still be holding this trade because anything could happen, right? Or I just leave it at break even. I just probably be holding the trade and just watch what happens. And if I see another entry for a buy here, I'll take it. But unfortunately, it tapped me out at break even and then dropped. When that happens, that can be very annoying as a trader, right? Especially when you know you were waiting, so waiting for that setup, and it didn't quite present itself to you. But I've taken the buy around here, but gold just refused to give me exactly what I was waiting for. It tried to give it to me, but it didn't give me exactly what I was waiting for. So this is the middle of the whole point. So we're just waiting. Now, if you look, anything could happen at this point. Anything could happen, right? But I honestly think it's going to push up. I honestly think it's going to push up. So let's just see what happens. I honestly think it will push up. So guys, that's that. That was the trade we took this morning that we got stopped out at break even. So we just watch and see what happens. If we see anything good, then we come back live. For now, it's nothing. I think I see. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. I'd really like for gold to at least come down and touch this level first. But at least it's gotten into the 50% level, so not bad. I really like it. Now, guys, by now you should know I trade majorly gold. I trade only gold. There's a time I was trading US 100 and US 30, quite good pair too. I love something that is very volatile, right? But gold is just it for me. I don't know how people trade pairs like GBP, USD, and others. I tried them once back then when I started, but those pairs are too slow. I mean, they're boring. Let's see. Just looking at it, I'm not sure I'm trading it. Just looking at US 100, I'm not trading it definitely. Interesting. Just like that. So back on gold, back on gold. If anyone wants me to analyze any pair, I could analyze it for them, but like I said, I just love to trade gold. You know the way trading is. People, if you're focused on so many instruments, then I think you're going to distract yourself. You need to focus majorly on one or two, the most, max three. So you understand how that particular instrument moves, because I found out something over time that every instrument moves differently. Yes, there's a general or generic knowledge or general knowledge of how price structure and market structure, price moves and everything. It's the same in all instruments, right? But there is a way, there's a way each instrument moves. There's a way gold moves, for instance, right? There's a way Nasdaq moves. There are levels that you look out for mostly on gold that would always hold. There are levels you look out for on Nasdaq that would always hold. So if you will not know this if you're focusing so much on multiple pairs, you're trading gold, you're trading GBP USD, you're trading NZD USD, you're trading USD JPY, you're trading US 100, you're trading US 30, you're trading gold, you're trading USD index, you're trading every single thing. That's going to be confusing. You just get on a chart and you're going to be going around, right, checking all the charts, looking for which one is giving you the entries and all that. I think that you need to become a specialist, right, on one pair. That's what I think. It's just like when you go into you see people who are going to study medicine, right? There are different field of study, I think, in medicine. There are those who become surgeons. There are those who become uh, even neurosurgeons or something like that, and there are those who different areas of practice. Even in the surgical, those who are surgeons, they have different areas that they focus on. You can't just be trading everything. You can't just trade everything. Become a specialist on one pair. Become a specialist on one pair. Stick to one. Wait for your zones, wait for your levels, look out for your confirmations, wait for your confluences and all that. And then you just stick to one and then you trade it. So guys, come on. Come on. If you're here, let me know what you're thinking about gold. Let me know what you're thinking on gold. Are you waiting for a buy? Are you waiting for a sell? Don't get confused with all those lines, please. I don't normally leave lines like this, but I just did that because I need to see what's happening at those levels. These two levels here, critical. I'm watching them. This line and this one above. Those two levels are critical. So guys, make sure you like this video. Come on, like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed. The 1 hour is about to close. All right. Honestly, I really wish price had left me alone and not taken me out of this trade, honestly. Because if this price actually drops and tanks massively, that's going to be crazy. But let's just watch and see what happens. So guys, that's that. Make sure to subscribe and like this video and share with others. I think I'm going to be going off now. Nothing much on the chat. When we see something good and we chance to come live, then we probably would come live. Right now, there's nothing. We're just waiting. So that's it, guys. I do hope you have an amazing trading day. And if this month wasn't so good, I hope next month is going to be an amazing one for you and every one of us. That's it. I just wish the best for everyone. Bye for now, guys. Much later.